Hello everyone. So today we are going to see another topic which is DS. Okay. Okay. I know it's a long time and I wanted to start on a new topic with the new playlist all in itself. So we have already covered the basics of graph wherein I have already covered the topics you needed to have a grip on the graph related concepts. So now we want to move to more detailed concepts of the graph, in which the first I'm taking is the DSU, which is the disjoint set union topic. Now, my way of making you teach DSU is specific to some categories. Okay, like why do we need DSU? Okay, so first of all, for which type of questions do we need the DSU? So for the questions where you need to build a tree, I would say, okay, questions where you need to build a tree and find some common similarities between the nodes and find some common similarities between the nodes. Okay, so what DSU does actually is DSU will generate a tree or a graph kind of structure. Okay, so let's say this is the DSU. This is the node A, B, C, D. That means all these four nodes A, B, C, D share some common features, some common qualities between itself. Okay, so this four share some common features or qualities between themselves, this A, B, C, and D. And this A is, let's say, the parent of all of this. Okay, so size of this A is 4 because 4 nodes, including A, is connected to A. That means I could say that a particular tree with some features, let's say F1, is 4 nodes with the parent as A. Okay, so your question might differ in saying, like, okay, then what is the maximum number of nodes with the features F2? What's the maximum number of nodes with features F3? Or what what are the number of nodes with the maximum common features in itself? Okay, so those are the different kind of questions which we will look when we go deep dive into the questions. But today I wanted to share you the basics of DSU, like how we'll write the code of the DSU. The full form itself says that DSU means there are different disjoint set unions which you need to connect. Okay, and they can be connected through some common functionalities or features which you need to find out. Okay, that what's that? And then you need to connect them to one common node or a parent node which will interconnect to this all of these nodes. Cool. Okay, so for this DSU, we have one parent array, okay, and one size array. Okay, now parent will store the parent node of the particular node, and the size will store the size. Now, size will indicate this kind of structure. Like for size of A could be 4 because the 4 is the parent of all of this, but size of B could be 1, C could be 1, D could be 1. Okay, like that. Cool. Now, uh, let's first go to how do we write the code. Okay, so we have DSU class. Okay, we'll have a class DSU wherein we will have three variables intent and then two vectors, parent vector and size vector. Okay, and one size variable also. Okay, so in the constructor, this n will indicate the total number of nodes possible. Okay, it could be from 0 to n, which you will find from the question. Cool. So what this constructor does is DSUN will initialize int, sorry, size is as n. So now our size is n. Okay. Our parent, we will resize this parent vector to n and also our size vector to n. So both of this I have resized to n. Okay. Now I have another function in this class which is find parent of node. Okay, now, okay, let this node be int u. Okay, so how do we find the parent of u? We'll do the recursion function over here. So if u is equal to its parent. Okay, if parent of u and this node is same. So let's say 1 and parent of 1 will be same initially. Then it's okay. Okay, I forget to initialize one more things. So in the constructor, what we will do is for int I 0 to n, okay, our parent of I will be I only, and initial size of all will be 1, which consists of the node itself, the ith node itself. Okay, so parent of I will be I, the child's parent is its own, and the size is 1. Okay, now if u is equal to parent of u, then we have to do nothing. We just need to come out of this. So we'll do continue. Otherwise, else what you will do? Else parent of u will be find parent of u. Okay, that means if 2 is the parent of 3, then 1 is also the parent of 3. So initially, so indirectly we will put 1 only as the parent of 3. We'll not put 2 as the parent of 3. We'll directly put 1 as the parent of 3, saying that all are in the same node. So it's not the direct parent, it's the great grandparent. That's what you can assume with this DSU. Okay, so this is the recursive function, and I hope you got how we'll find the parent. Okay, and the main function now is the union, which means to connect two nodes with the similar features. Okay, so let's say I have this two nodes into U and into V. Okay, first you will find their parent. So U is equal to find parent of U. Okay, and V is equal to find parent of V. So anyways, we will always connect the parents together, not the child nodes. If parents are connected, all the childs will be connected indirectly. Okay. Now, if this both nodes are same, if U is not equal to V, then only we have to do something. Otherwise, no need to do anything if both are same. Okay. So if U is not equal to V, always assume size of U should be greater than size of V. So if size of U is smaller than size of V, then we will swap. Okay, then we will swap U and V. Why? Because I want to, if this U and V are not same, that means I have to connect them. So I have to put this parent of V as parent of U. I need to change the parent of V to parent of U so that they come under the same tree. I hope you got my point. Okay, currently let's say 2 is here. This is another node with the 1 as the parent, and 2 is another child over here. Now 1 and 2 are similar, so 2's parent is 2 itself as of now, but I wanted to make the 2's parent as 1's parent. Okay, so I'll always assume that size of U is more. If not, I will swap. Okay, so if size of U is lesser than size of V, we will swap. Then what we will do, I'll just add the size of V to the size of U. Okay, so size of U plus equal to size of V, and parent of V is equal to parent of U. So I've changed the parent of V to parent of U. Okay, and we will have another function of get size, which will just give you the size of any node n, any node. Okay, so it will just return what? Size of node. Cool. Now, how to use this DSU function, we'll see with the one example today, and in the later videos, I will deep dive you into the more questions of the DSU and how you can use this concept. Okay, so let's move to the question first. Okay. Okay, so the question says, you are given an unsorted array of integers, okay, nums. You have to return the length of the longest consecutive elements sequence. Okay, so here the longest consecutive element sequence could be 1, 2, 3, 4. We can ignore 100, 200 because that's not consecutive. Okay, here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all are consecutive. Here 0, 1, 2, so 3. So we need to return the size of the consecutive elements sequence. Okay, we can do it anyways in order of n square, but we have to do it in order of n time. Okay, sorry, n log n also we can, right? But we have to do it in the order of n time. This DSU will always run in order of int, always. Okay, this is anyways order of 1. If you see, no for loop, nothing, so this is always order of 1. This class is always order of 1. There is another, okay, I could not say it order of 1 perfectly. There is some time complexity which going later into this video I'll clarify you more clearly. Some alpha plus something they told to this DSU's time complexity, but for now you can assume it as order of 1. Okay, so what we'll do now? What we will do now? Okay, so let's say you are given this 100, 1, 200, 3, 4, 2. Okay, and you need to find the longest consecutive sequence of the elements, or size of the longest consecutive sequence of elements. So that means 100 I can connect with a tree having 99 or 101. 1 I can connect if something 0 has come or 3 has come. 200 I can connect with something 199 has come or 201 has come. 3 I can connect with something 2 has come or 4 has come. 4 I can connect with something 3 has come or 5 has come. Okay, are you getting my point? So I can put this 4 into the tree where either 3 is there or 5 is there. Right. I can put the 2 into the tree where either 1 is there or 3 is there. So now you need to identify whether this exists or does not exist. Okay. Now, first critical point is defining the size n, right? So here we don't know this number sequence. In question, it is told that nums could go from minus 10 to power 9 to plus 10 to power 9. So we cannot make an index or parent and size variables of 10 raised to 9s, right? Or minus 10 raised to 9 plus 10 raised to 9, so 10 raised to 18. So what we will do? We will convert this numbers into indices. So we will map this numbers into indices first. So our first point is map number to indices. That means map of 100 should be 0, map of 1 should be 1, like that. Okay, so now your n is what? Your size of index. Now you just need to find the similarity between the indices. Okay, now your question is finding similarity between indices. Okay, so now what we will do? We will run through this loop for int I0 to I less than n. Okay, okay, your current element will be map. Okay, so map of, okay, we can just move into the map only. Yeah, for auto ampersand element in map. Now if, so your element dot first is your number and element dot second is your index. Keep this in mind. Okay, so what we need to do now, if our map consists any element dot first minus 1, so we need to check if map dot find what, element dot first minus 1 not equal to map dot end. That means element dot first exists in the map. Then we will do the union of what, not this element dot first and element dot first minus 1. We will do the unions of indexes. Okay, so our one of the index will be element dot second and another will be map of this element dot first minus 1, which we have found. That means these two are united now. Okay, these two are united now. Similarly, we will do for if map dot find element dot first plus 1. Okay, similarly, then we will do the union of what, element dot second and first plus 1 also, map of element dot first plus 1. Okay, now this is done. So let's say what is happening. For 100, 99 does not exist, 101 does not exist, 100 remains as. Okay, then 1 remains as it is. Then 200 remains as it is. Now 4 came, remain as it is. Now 3 came. So it will connect to 4. Okay, now 2 came. It will connect to 1 also, it will connect to 3 also. So all this 1, 2, 3, 4 are connected. All this 1, 2, 3, 4 are connected now. And u is always the higher parent. Okay, so my parent will be 4. And if now I will find the size of 100, it will be 1, size of 200, 1, size of 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, but size of 4 will be 4. So my answer will be this maximum size. So I'll go to all the index from 0 to n, and I will check maxi as max of maxi comma get size, dsu dot get size of I. So whatever is the maximum that you will get in this maximum. I hope you got my point and I'm clear. Okay, so let's solve this question. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have a class named DSU. Okay, int n, I'll have this public. Oh, sorry, need to create it separate. Class DSU int n, then vector of int parent and size and int size. Okay, initializing DSU, size is equal to n, parent dot resize n, and size dot resize n. Now for int I0 till I less than n, I plus plus, parent of I is equal to I, and size of I is equal to 1. Cool. Now int find parent int u. If u is equal to parent of u, then return u only. U is the only parent of u. Okay. Otherwise, return parent of u as find parent of u. Cool. Now void union, we have two nodes, int u, int v. U is equal to find parent of u, v is equal to find parent of v. If u is not equal to v, and if size of u is lesser than size of v, we will swap u with v. Okay, now size of u plus equal to size of v, and parent of u is equal, parent of v is equal to parent of u. Cool. Okay, we have n is equal to nums dot size. We will make an instance of DSU. Okay, now I'll create a map, and for int I0, I less than n, I plus plus, map of nums of I is equal to I, mapping of number with the index. Cool. Now, for auto ampersand element in map, if map dot find element dot first minus 1 not equal to map dot end, that means I am finding element dot first minus 1, then what will I do? I'll do the DSU dot union of element dot second and map of element dot first minus 1. If you find plus 1 also, then also you will do the union of second with whatever found its index. Cool. And I'll have one answer or maxi, which is 1 initially. Now for int I0, L less than n, I plus plus, maxi is equal to max of maxi comma, DSU dot, did I made get size? No, right? Int get size in n, return size of n. Okay. So DSU dot get size n. And we will return this max. Cool. This is the simple code of the DSU. Okay. Okay. Oh, we need semicolon over here. And this is the clean code to write of the DSU. Okay, you need to define it class wise. Okay, and then you need to use it by defining the instance of the DSU in a very clear manner. Okay. Okay, so we'll find the size of all the i's and whatever is the maximum, we will return. Clear? Now, I have so many questions related to the DSU which we can solve in the coming videos. Stay tuned for the coming videos. Share it with your friends if you have learned a lot about DSU. But understand this pattern of the class DSU, how to write and understand the concept of the DSU. Then all the questions related to the DSU will be easy. Stay tuned. Do like, share, and subscribe if you have learned a lot. Bye-bye.